everyone and welcome back to my channel. So anyway, I wanted to update you guys. I want to update you guys on what's going on with us preparing to travel to Jamaica. Did I say that right? Oh, okay. So anyway, this past weekend we went to Georgia to get rid of some kids' clothes. You guys, it was so cold out there. Like, I don't do cold. I mean, I've handled some amounts of cold, but it was so cold. And actually, it wasn't even that cold. It was the wind that made it so bad. So I think it was like 30 degrees outside, but that wind, every time it hit, it was just like, no. And then my toes got cold, and once my feet get cold, party's over. You know, your feet and your fingers are the furthest from your heart, so they get the blood supply last. So yeah, even walking around, moving things around. Sorry, I went to the flea market to sell all the stuff. I was gonna sell everything for like $1 and $2. I didn't really care. I just wanted to get rid of it without throwing it away, without giving it to Goodwill, because all they're gonna do is turn around and sell it, and I gave it to them. So no. So that plan flopped. So then I went back to my grandma's house, and I went through the things that I felt like Once Upon a Child would take, and I folded them neatly and put them in containers, put them back in the car, took them to Once Upon a Child, Once Upon a Time, Once Upon a Child, Once Upon a Child. I had 4 of those really long totes that you could put under the bed, and like I said, the clothes were nice and neatly folded. So I had 4 of those and 2 trash bags of clothes because they were just flowing over, just spilling over. Ridiculous stuff I did not need. So I took them. They only gave me $50, but I was like, I don't care, it's $50 more than I already had. So, and it's going into our fund of things that we sold. So then I ended up leaving the stuff at my grandma's house. I was just gonna take it to a shelter, like a women's shelter for kids, and she said that she was gonna take it for me because I just did not want to bring it back to South Carolina with me. Because that was the whole point of me going out there in the first place. So she took care of that. I still have so much stuff. I mean, to me, it's so much stuff. It could always be worse. My house is a mess. I think it's a mess. It's a mess to me. I have yarn, guys. I crochet. I have fabric because I sew, and this is fabric and yarn that has collected over time. And then I was also going to have a small business where I made like crochet blankets for newborn babies. So I have a huge box. I think I spent like almost $200 on yarn with a sale. So I have a significant amount of yarn. I'm going to show you guys one of my blankets that I made. It's my favorite. So this is one of probably the largest blanket that I have made. And of course I made it for me. Crochet, I really enjoy crocheting, but it definitely takes time. And it's something that I just don't seem to have anymore. I mean, I have it, but it's occupied with other things. I will get the dimensions for this blanket, but it's pretty huge. Let's see. Oh gosh. Yeah, I think it's a little bit longer than my wingspan, if that's what you want to call it. So it started with all this gray, this marbled gray. It's really nice. And there I just had this something with this citrine color, this chartreuse color, which is the same color as my suitcase, which is also the same color as yarn that I have, and it's something else that this super cute sweater that I got. But anyway, so I added it. It's all my blankets tell a story, not just the crochet ones. My quilts that my aunt has made me and my grandma has made, blankets that I've made for my kids, they all tell a story. Every blanket that I make tells a story. It tells a story of where I was at that point in my life, and not necessarily good or bad, but how I was feeling. I make blankets if I like you. Not necessarily like you, but if I like you and you're having a baby, I'll make you a blanket. And this is for your blanket. This is my gift to you. It's just, I just think it's kind of like one of those token of appreciation in a sense. Congratulations, welcoming the baby. But anyway, I'm getting off track. This is my blanket. I love it. It's on my bed. I have a smaller one that's on my couch, which was the original model. It does not have the green on it because the green was added maybe like a month and a half ago or something. Then I'm gonna take the boys to the park. This morning we spent some time going over some curriculum. So David had to do some sight words, and they're not really sight words. It's teaching him how to use his phonetics to put the words together to learn how to read. So that's how you teach kids how to read. You don't teach them the names of the letters first. You teach them the sound that it makes, because to say this is A, this is a B, this is a C is irrelevant, because you're not teaching them the sounds, because you don't say, oh, that word has a R, a E, a A, and a D in it. I don't know how to say it, but these are the letters that are in it. You teach them phonetics. Read, read, whatever. So I worked on some words with David this morning. Eli, we worked on his phonetics, and then we colored and we did some writing, some letters, tracing letters, writing letters. We talked about the weather, and we colored together. That's pretty much it. Then I started to clean up, and Eli pulled out his vacuum cleaner with mommy. And he likes the vacuum. They love the vacuum cleaner. Guys, I got a vacuum cleaner for the kids for like $10 at Walmart. It's the cutest little thing. It'll drive you crazy if you don't turn it off, and it'll also drive you crazy every time you have to replace the batteries. But I think the battery life on it, it's pretty good considering. I told the boys they can both keep 3 toys. Out of all the toys in the room, you can keep 3. David picked out his 3. I feel like the vacuum cleaner is going to be one of Eli's, but I don't know who's carrying that thing around Jamaica and wherever else we go. I guess we'll have to figure that out when we get there. So all the money that I make off of the things in that house, I'm just putting it in a jar. I don't know, I'm just putting it in a jar. I don't really have like, I don't really have a purpose for it. As of right now, we're just collecting money for whatever. Maybe a field trip. So yeah, I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm gonna get ready, get these packages off. I'm gonna take the kids to the park, and I guess I'll feed them first. I think that's all. Oh, one more thing I wanted to talk about was, you guys, I am 20 something years old. I have never had eczema in my life, but taking those doggone antibiotics, I started getting eczema on my neck. I was like, you've got to be kidding. Like, in all the places. Nobody wants a rough neck. No pun intended. Anyway, I've been putting this hemp lotion. on it, and it seemed like it's getting in there to moisturize it, because that stuff started getting tough, and I'm like, this is not attractive at all. What in the world? Anyway, so that's it. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.